A very good evening to you, my dear friends. My name is Margaret Doraisamy. I live in Petaling, Jaya, Selangor. I'm married to my husband, Hippolyte Anthony, and I have two beautiful children, my daughter Adelia and my son Isaac. And today I'm proud to share with you about my story. I thank God, I thank my family, my friends, and everyone who journeyed with me during my cancer. And I'm proud to announce that I'm a living testimony and a survivor of breast cancer stage 2 and leading a normal life. Let me share my story. One morning, my husband, being in the medical line, noticed a change in my left breast and felt something was not right and told me to go for a checkup. And I did so, met my doctor, and she told me that I had to do a biopsy. Since it was a procedure, I went ahead with it, after which I went back to work. After a week, that is on February 18, 2009, which happened to be a very special day for me, I was turning 47 years old. And birthday is a joyous occasion for everyone. But for me, my first wake-up call on my birthday was a call from my doctor, receiving a devastating news that I was diagnosed of breast cancer. In a single moment, everything changed. I was shocked and fearful thoughts crashed down like floods. Cancer hit me out of nowhere, I said to myself. I am young and healthy and certainly wouldn't have anticipated this, and it was even too late to get prepared now. All I did was just cry out as much as I could, being natural as a human. I said to myself, my mistake was not putting myself first, and my excuse was always it can wait. As a wife and mother, my family and my work was my first priority, and my checkup was not. And little did I realize that I was wrong in my thinking. Even having both my colleague diagnosed of cancer and what they went through did not strike me to get myself checked on it. I was ignorant as a learned and did not take any initiative to have it done because I thought it will never happen to me. And the other reason was also fear. Fearful thoughts came cropping my mind. Being brought up into an Indian family and community, it was not easy for me to deal with them, especially the older generation. They don't understand the disease because culture played an important part in their thinking, which was different. But I was blessed with a family because, like other cancer victims, my family too had to deal with me, and they didn't give up. They gave me their support and motivation to be a fighter. It was painful to break the news to my teenage children and also to my friends and relations. And it took me 3 days to recover from this shocking news. But in telling the truth about it, a burden was lifted, even though there was a bit of fear. And seeing my family coming together, being so open and taking the initiative to go all out to search for information and support in fighting this disease made me to realize how much they loved me. And it touched me so deeply that I cried out to God, God, I want to live, I said. And it was at that moment I realized how important my life was for me and for them. And their love and care gave me the confidence to overcome it. Cancer cannot rule me, but I can, and I thank God for it. Today I'm proud to be an Indian, where the present thinking of them is so different with the awareness and knowledge that is given in this new technology. Being brought up in an Indian family, the tradition and culture played a very important part in my mom during my healing. I had to undergo a surgery of mastectomy to remove my left breast as well as the affected lymph nodes and 6 cycles of chemotherapy, 1 treatment after every 3 weeks. Now, chemotherapy made me to lose my appetite, especially during the first few days, and I was emotionally down. My face and nails were black, my feelings were different, and I didn't want to even communicate with anyone and just wanted to be all alone. I felt the changes in me slowly and painfully. Rather than wearing a wig, I decided to shave my head bald so that I didn't want to deal with that frightening thought of losing bunches of hair as I run my fingers through my hair. The third and fourth chemo session was very different and difficult, but with God and loved ones on my side, I didn't fear. Being a caregiver required patience, understanding, love, and most of all, sacrificial attitude. And I was blessed with a loving husband, children, mom, and brother who took care of me during my 6 months of treatment. And I'm also proud to be an Indian, where the present thinking of my family is so different with the awareness and knowledge. My mom, she was my first caregiver, and for her, being brought up in an Indian family, her tradition and culture played a very important part for her. She was my first caregiver. With love and patience, she took care of me during the 6 months, and as a caregiver, she also stuck to some tradition rules. Being Indian, custom played an important part for her. She made sure that I don't have frequent visitors when I was undergoing chemo, and I was not allowed to enter often in the kitchen and laundry area because to her belief, I should not inhale anything while cooking or washing was going on. Each time when I come back from my chemo treatment, my mood swings comes, and she made sure that I went straight to my room and rest. Mom, being an Indian, believed that Ayurveda medicine is a form of medicine, and some of the herbs and plants do indeed have properties that are helpful to heal me. And for her, it was a practice in the family that usage of herb was important. And today, I remember her and thank her so much, although she has left us 2 years ago. Because the herbs that she used to nurse me when I underwent chemo helped me a lot. Every morning, Mom plucks the neem leaf and boils the water for me to drink because she believed that a number of components are found in neem leaf that is beneficial for me by improving my immune response and decreasing inflammation. She was very against shampoo, body wash and soap because of chemical reason. She used to apply sandalwood paste on my head to protect the scalp when I was bald. It is considered a cooling substance as well as having numerous other medical qualities, besides protecting the skin from harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. It leaves my skin clean, germ-free and moisturized, and I felt so much better in spite of walking under the sun. For Mom, it doesn't matter whether you are sick or not. She made sure that turmeric is added in her daily cooking, and she'll make sure also that I have my turmeric bath daily, because for her, turmeric is a medicine which contains a component called curcumin, which has antioxidant and antibacterial and anti-inflammation properties, which can slow down the transformation of my normal cell to cancerous. The bath helped me a lot because it healed my joint pains. And I thank Mom for her patience and her motherly love in treating me and sharing with me all the traditional way which brought me this far. After completing 7 to 8 months, I went back to work as normal with my scarf on my head and the joy of my colleagues and bosses welcoming me, removing my scarf and telling me, "Margaret, you look good with your head bald," which made me feel so beautiful. As time passed, one day my boss and managing director wanted to see me. They told me that they have enrolled me for a retreat organized by a foundation called Pink Ribbon in Cameron Highlands and asked me to go for it. And this was another beginning for me to know more about cancer. It was my first time in my life knowing about a foundation for cancer and partaking in this huge event organized by them. I was all alone, not knowing anyone or anything, and felt lost a bit. Joy touched my heart when a few ladies with pink t-shirt came to welcome me, and they were none other than a survivor themselves. And I couldn't take off my eyes out of them because they looked so good, healthy, and most of all, filled with love, and in spite of race and religion, they welcomed me like a sister. I was touched as they poured out the joy and love towards me. And this made me to realize that I am a part of them, and I felt so good enjoying this life as a cancer survivor. Something that I missed doing earlier. It opened my eyes to wonders of what life can give. They didn't look at me as a survivor, but a friend who is indeed. And that was what I treasured from them. Every topic and talks was so interesting that it made me to open my eyes to my so many questions and doubts I had within me. Every testimony given by them who went through worse than me touched my heart. As I see them standing there strong, healthy, and I said to myself, look at them, stage 3, stage 4, and they look good, and here I am stage 2, feeling so down. And I said, I'm not alone. They gave me that motivation and that love. And later, I became a part of them in getting myself involved with the foundation by learning and growing in taking care of myself and overcoming every challenges that I came across with cancer, and sharing with others my experience as a survivor and associating with them by giving them and getting involved in every event organized for cancer survivor. And also being open about having cancer helped me to cope much better with life. For I'm not alone, and people will come and give you the support when one is afflicted with cancer. The love and support of family and friend goes a long way in providing strength and comfort. Friends, we cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sail. And I believe that God has some goodies there for all of us. Believe in yourself and have a positive thinking. Say that you can fight it. Let hope be the anchor to you in the possibility that this is not the end of your story, and changes will bring you to a peaceful shore. We are fighters, we are admirers, we are survivors, so never give up. I am a survivor. I'm happy today to say that I am a pink ribbon survivor.